It was a great weekend. We had a kind of an abbreviated schedule, so only one qualifier. So went out there, did what I could, qualified third in the A group, and then I think I was 7th overall. So went into the second heat and got a really good start right behind Mitchell Harrison, and then passed him. Just had fun to the end, and then yeah, it's the start of the main. It was whole shot, and I just had fun again. It was a deep track, and the ruts were touching the plywood at some points, and then yeah, just rode smart, didn't fry the clutch out, and yeah, won it.
This track's kind of your specialty a little bit, but does it feel pretty good to have this one out of the way and have the points lead in these last two?
Yeah, definitely. The points lead is really important in these last two, and really pumped to be 17 points ahead. And yeah, I like Salt Lake, so let's get it on.
Was the belly flop planned, or was that something that you just kind of came up with when you crossed the finish line?
I don't know. I knew I was gonna do something, but it just comes off the top of the head when I cross the finish line. I don't really know what I'm gonna do until then. So we did a belly flop, went swimming, and it was cold, but felt good.
I'd say that's pretty good. Practice was kind of rough. I think I qualified like 16th overall, so that wasn't very good. But I was confident I could ride in the mud, and yeah, I was pretty good in the heat race. I battled in the last lap to give away the win, but came out in the main, got a good start. Was next to Aaron, and he got by me, and then Shane passed me, and then I honestly thought I was in third until I crossed the finish line, looked at the post, and I was in second. So I was like, oh, I guess I got second. But yeah, it was good. I just kind of rode smart and didn't fall over. So it's basically how you had to do out there. So yeah, it was good. Fun track, and happy to leave here with second.
It was okay. A little bummed. I was 5th with just like maybe 2.5 laps to go, and that's been the goal: get some top 5s. I know it's muddy conditions, obviously, but I felt good. Unfortunately, I had a bike problem in the heat race, so had to go to the LCQ, which is never fun, especially in these conditions. And I had a decent start. I was in 4th. Maybe I think could have got to 3rd in the heat race, and like I said, just had the little bike problem, and so I was like, oh my gosh, then not what you want to do, and then putting the bike through it again, through the LCQ, and then not having much time to get ready for the main. We didn't have time to wash it or anything, so it was still heavy for the main event. I'd say the only positive was getting a little more track time and kind of seeing it before the main, but I would have rather just made it out of the heat race, so a little bit of a bummer there. And then, like I said, I still was moving up in the main. I got up to 5th. Made just a couple bad laps, couple mistakes, kind of missed a couple of good lines that I had, and kind of just not brain farted, but just didn't connect my lines like I need to in just a couple sections, and it let Cincerillo, Oldenburg, and somebody else get by me. So, and then I was like, okay, regroup, make a push back, and then the white flag was out. I kind of forgot that they cut it to 8 minutes, so I was like, oh gosh, like I gotta go. Almost got Oldenburg back, but ended up 8th. So all in all, not exactly what I wanted, one of the top 5, but moved up 1 in points, the championship, so that's good. And yeah, it's take the positives from it and try again at Salt Lake City.
That was rough, man. It was muddy. It was just one of those things. Like, I felt like when I was riding, I rode good, but I was just always in the back track position. And obviously, we only had a certain amount of minutes on the track, and it was just one of those things. And I haven't rode in the mud like in a while. I haven't rode mud like that in years. And man, it was a shock. It was seriously a shock. Like riding the ruts, and what was weird is that it kept getting sticky and then raining and getting back to the weird mud and then going back to sticky, and it was just like, oh, we didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to do with the setup. We didn't know what to do with goggles. We didn't, like, it was just such a mess. So, and it was seriously, that's like the moral of the night. What a mess. So next year, dome, please.
Remember what happened?
Go across the street.
Yeah, go across the street. Why not? Planned it a little early. Baseball's not going yet, man. Jeez. Other than that, we'll be all right. I live to fight another day. I am feeling good. I am feeling healthy. I've changed things in my life. I'm dieting better, and I'm doing other things to help because of how my immune system's been low. Obviously, I had to miss Indy because of really bad illness, and so I'm just making a lot of adjustments, and I feel really good about it. So the future's bright.
Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. 3 weeks ago, I kind of looked at the weather and kind of wrapped my head around that it was going to be a mudder. So you know, it was to be expected waking up this morning, but that wasn't too bad. I mean, I P7 in my qualifying with the A group. I was pretty pumped about that, you know, and then the track just got so bad. So yeah, heat race was good, you know, made in the main. That was the main thing, and then yeah, the main event got a terrible start, and was just buried. So trying to keep her off 2 wheels, trying to just flow was really important to me, but I think I just held in reserve a little bit. I was a little too cautious and played it too safe. So, you know, I started picking it up towards the end, finding my lines. I made, on the last lap was actually my fastest lap of the race, but it was just too little too late, you know, and yeah, just something that I need to work on for the future. But yeah, if I could have picked that intensity up at the start, you know, maybe I could have ran the 6-7 laps with the guys. But yeah, it just took me a little while to get going. But yeah, all in all, it was a good learning weekend. I don't think I've ever raced a mutter like this in my life. So to kind of take that experience, take it on board, and build from it and learn from it for future supercrosses like this was important for me.